record. Hi, as I said there at the beginning of this, my name is Paul Upex from the Training and Development team here at Labour Party, well, not here, usually at Labour Party head office, but coming to you from my home today, joined by my colleague Martin, who's going to introduce himself as well.
Hi there, I'm Martin Tidman. I'm also a member of the training team, and I'm at my house in South London.
Brilliant. The session today is what training is available for Labour Party members. In these extraordinary times, obviously people will be self-isolating, will be at home, and we thought we'd actually signpost you a lot to some of the resources that you can access while you're at home that'll help you as Labour Party members, whether you're experienced or whether you're new to the party. We'll show you and showcase to you what is available, where you can find it, and how you can best use it as well from the safety of your own home as well. So thanks a lot for joining us. The session should last about 30 to 35 minutes. We will be recording it, and also a PDF of the slides will be available to download as well. So there's a lot of links in this session, and if you do miss it, then don't worry about it, because we'll make sure that we'll get you an email sent and you'll be able to access it as well. So that'll be really good. A little bit about us as a training team. You will hopefully be seeing quite a lot of us over the next few weeks. We've planned a whole schedule on a Tuesdays at 2 o'clock and a Wednesday at 4 p.m. So hopefully you can join us. There's lots of different things. The male colleague is Rebecca, and the head of the training team is Olivia as well. So there are four of us in a great compact group as well, who are here to support all of the nearly 580,000 or 600,000 members, is it, Martin, I think?
Yep.
That's who we are. Hopefully you will join us for a lot of the sessions as well over the coming weeks. And then also, obviously, when it is safe to get back out there, join us for some of the other training that we do face-to-face as well. And we mentioned that a little bit later on in the session. So as I said there at the beginning, whether you're new to the party, an established role holder, we're keen to get you involved, and we wanted just to make sure that we can highlight everything that is available, where you can find it, but also we want to hear back from you as well if there's other resources that you would like to see as well. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to look at My Labour, which is just that, so how you log in to everything that's the members only section of the website. A little bit about the training bulletin as well, who gets it and how you can get it. A little bit about the webinars that I mentioned that are upcoming, resources that you can find out on the website as well, a bit about the Labour technology that we have and what support there is for you and how to use that as well, whether that's Contact Creator, Organise, or Achieve, or whatever it is, lots of different things. A little bit about our face-to-face training, a bit more about Achieve, and Martin's got some exciting news on that as well. Some of our future plans, and also how you can keep in touch with us during this time all year round as well. So that's quite a lot to cover. Over to Martin now, who's going to cover the first few bits as well.
So thanks, Paul. Yes, My Labour is basically your kind of digital access point, your membership card, if you like, to access a lot of our different platforms. So we thought we'd just introduce this just in case you haven't set it up already, because it's going to be pretty important for many of the other activities that we'll be highlighting. Basically, it's your personal Labour Party membership page. You'll find events that are local to you, if your local party has set them up, and you can also update your own membership details. So if you feel you're missing out on some of those emails that we've been getting over recent months, then it's probably because we have an old email address for you. That's true of a lot of our members. So you can always make sure that you just update it there. If that's not working for you, or you prefer to update things offline, you can just email labourmembership@org.uk. But as I say, you will need to just set this up, your My Labour login, to access things like there's members-only sections of the website, various of the tools that we'll be highlighting for you. It's basically just a username and password that you set up through this site. So one of the things that actually Paul leads on every week is a training and campaigns bulletin that we send to thousands of our members. It's not something for everybody, but it is really important for a lot of our role holders, people like CLP secretaries and chairs, all the other officers in your CLP and in your branch, and also, of course, your local councillors and people who support and work with our elected representatives. So there's, I think, 20,000 people receive this email every week. And what we're trying to do is highlight all the resources that are available. Sometimes it's new things, because we're often putting new resources up there, but also, and that's right across the organisation. So if we hear that something that's coming out of one of our colleagues' teams, we'll make sure we include it so that you're aware of it all in one place. We'll also try and be timely. So if it's that time of year when we're coming up to the election, of course, we'll be talking about that. If it's about conference, we'll be letting you know where you can find those things that are really useful for you. If you don't get it, and we're happy for any member of the Labour Party to get it, you just go to the URL there at the bottom, the link, labour.org.uk/weekly bulletin. That's where you can sign up for it. You can also unsubscribe if that's what you need to do by dropping us a line. And as this just reinforces, this is about trying to connect all the different bits of the party with you and the role holders locally at the heart of that. So we'll have news. We do separate versions for Scotland and for Wales, because there are obviously different resources and news that we have for those areas. So do let us know if you're from Scotland or Wales, and we'll make sure that we put you on the right list.
Yeah, and what we would do is actually not for you to forward the whole the bulletin on to every one of your members, but the big ask that we would like to see is that the webinars that you see there, the links there, that you just take them and you then send them out to all of your members as well on our behalf, because we know that sometimes you can get quite a lot of different emails from the Labour Party as well. And so we want you to sort of include some of what we've got in there out in an email to your members as well. So please have a look at that, because the vast majority of your members will not get, out of, we've got 600,000 members or whatever it is, only 20,000 of them will actually get this email. So think what you can do to try and send that on to them as well. That would be really helpful as well. As I mentioned, we've got some upcoming training that's taking place as well. We've got today's session, but training is available for Labour members. Next week, we've got a really exciting new session. It's how to use social media and technology to stay in touch and welcome Labour members. So we are asking people to share with us what you're doing at this time and what you're using to keep in touch with your members during this difficult time as well. So we can use some of that content and share it next week, some of that best practice as well. We will then look at that week as well, some of the different campaign resources that are available, a role holder workshop, where lots of, we'll try and get other people from some of the different teams on as well, that might be able to help and answer some of the questions that you might have doing your role. If Martin and myself and the rest of the team can't answer them, I think we should be able to answer most of them. Also, I think next year we've counted up that there will be 4,000, is that 4,000, Martin? 4,000?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Up for grabs. Huge set of elections now taking place next year. And if you had a thought, you know what, I might want to stand to become a councillor this year, or you might do it next year, now's your chance. So we'll have a session there about becoming a councillor. And then a couple of sessions about looking ahead, getting back on the doorstep when we can and when it's safe for all of our volunteers. Just think about that. Also, we're going to have a session about looking ahead to Labour Party conference. Obviously, we still don't know what will happen with that. So that's a little bit more, I think it's in April time as well. Session for new members and welcoming them to the Labour Party. And then towards the end of April, a session about planning your campaigns for 2021 when we get out there. Just go to the website there, labour.org.uk, upcoming webinars, and sign up. And just, if you could just send that all on to your members as well, that slide or that information would be really fantastic as well. So we get more and more people joining us for these weekly sessions as well. Also, what we do have, and that we're working on at the moment for next year as well, is trying to bring together on the Labour Party website our resources page. We had a fantastic one, I think it was labour.org.uk GE 2019 that we had, and they went up to the general election. And so now what we're going to try and do is replicate that and bring that together for you, all of your year-round campaigning needs as well. So do please have a little look out for those pages as well. Also, we have got our basically where you can find out more about training. It's our sort of training campaign page, which is labour.org.uk/training. Do let us know whether you've visited some of these pages as well on the chat. If there's anything else that you'd like to see on them, what we could be doing better as well. Always perfect. Also, there's the Activists Hub as well that's been put together by our membership colleagues as well. So lots of different, as I say, this presentation's got quite a lot of different links to it, but we know that sometimes it can be difficult to find certain things within the party, on the party's website as well.
So from that page that Paul just referenced, the elections resources, you'll be able to find the campaign hub, and there's also a direct link there at the bottom, /members/campaign resources. Basically, the campaign hub is when we are able to get out there and campaigning again once we're past this terrible crisis. This is a one-stop shop for national leaflets, model copy, graphics for social media, and for Promote. And that means that this is our way of trying to support. Of course, you're going to have your own local campaigns, hopefully your own local content and photos and all the rest. But this is a place where you can find central resources to help, certainly if you're talking about any national issues, because things like the NHS, policing, crime, all those issues will of course be part of your local campaigns as well. But you might also want to buy some of our national leaflets. Again, they're not for sale at the moment. This is a place where you can find that as a hub, either to adapt and make your own through our print service, or to buy from our Labour shop. So you can find the latest leaflets, such as showing how much Tories have cut the police, and next year we'll have the rescheduled Police and Crime Commissioner elections. So I'm sure that a lot of England and Wales certainly will be focusing on policing still. You'll also find local stats and campaign info to help you localise materials. So if you're talking about education or you're talking about police cuts, you'll find details here about what that actually means in your area, because these things always work best when you've got local numbers, local facts, local examples. You'll find model copy not just for leaflets, but also for direct mails, and you'll find infographics for social media that you can adapt. Again, things like the policing and crime, where you can put your own numbers and names and make them about your local candidate. And you'll find the whole image library there, so that you can download an image if you can't find a suitable one that illustrates your story about policing. You can use that one, and you can find any kind of current campaigns or calls to action that we're doing. Paul's just skipped.
I moved that slide on a little bit too quickly, Mark, there, didn't I?
And there's a lot to see on that slide, so people have had a chance to read it. We're just basically letting you know about Organise if you've not used that before. So Organise is our in-house tool that's you can find on labourorganise.com. Not everyone has access to it because there's a lot of important data on there, which is about the key local role holders in your area, like secretaries and councillors and so on. But it's basically a way that you can use it to email members, you can call your members, you can distribute tasks to members like leafleting or in particular streets, or becoming, if you're running a membership tree, for instance, and contacting other members, you can do it through this. It's a general volunteering platform, and it's integrated with our events tool and with Dialogue, our phone banking tool. All of these things mean that mobilisation, you can share information, get in touch with who you need. All of this with privacy at its core, so that you're only seeing the information that you actually need, and only certain people are allowed to see that information. And you can just understand what's getting done and improve your communication. So one of the great things on there is that if you send an email, there's a few sample emails that you can adapt, templates basically, you can adapt to use in your local circumstances.
And also there, just to highlight where the organiser guide as well, there is labour.org.uk/organiser-user-guide as well.
You'll find some useful information there.
Yeah.
And that's on the next slide as well, Paul. I think that we've absolutely highlighted that, just in case anyone need some help, because we have a dedicated organised team, and these are their details. Obviously, you can get those when we send you the slides, or just email us at training, and we can also get you onto the organised. But their email's really easy. It's just organise@labour.org.uk. We're sure to have, they're often our most popular sessions at conference. It's not that it's complicated, Organise, it's a new tool. I think people find it really useful and people want to find out more. So do look out for our sessions at future conference.
Richard just asked, are dialogue calls through Organise working now? They weren't earlier this week.
So there was an issue during the leadership election, but we're looking at getting those going again, partly because we recognise this is a really important tool to keeping in touch with our members, some of whom may be vulnerable or isolated during this difficult time. So I know that there are plans to kind of get dialogue properly up and running once we're through the leadership election, certainly. And we'll let you know plans about that as soon as we can, basically.
Brilliant. Thanks for that question, Richard. Also, we want to have a little look at to make sure that you're aware of. I mean, it's another tool here that not everyone will have access to. It will be usually branch secretaries or membership secretaries, which is Member Centre. Make sure that all of your role holders locally are up to date. As well, we call them being tagged on Member Centre, and also, as you say, there's an email address that you can contact with an updated list of people who are doing which jobs, if you might have just had an AGM earlier this year and not updated that list. So these are some of the tasks that you can be doing now, letting us know and making sure that everyone who's a role holder, that we know that they're in that position as well. And then obviously people being able to get themselves familiar with Member Centre as well, the different attributes of it and the different reports that it produces as well, and actually know those key facts and figures about your local membership as well. It's really important to do that as well. Also, we have quite a lot of technology. We have Contact Creator, which we have a Doorstep app, Connect, Promote, and Insight. But we also have a dedicated campaign technology resource team as well. You can go onto that site, but also you can give them a ring as well if you're not sure how to use any of our technology, and they'll be able to talk you through it as well. I'm assuming that telephone number must be redirected to them at the moment.
So I understand that it's not being answered currently. They're looking at a solution for that. But in the meantime, do send any campaign technology help desk inquiries to their email, and they definitely are answering that all through the day.
And before anyone asks, we have got the email address for the campaign technology team at the end of this slide as well, because I just realised it's not on that slide there as well. So have a look out for that. As I say, in better times, we also have an offer from the training team. We try and get out as much as we can to give face-to-face training. And hopefully at conference this year, if you're coming along as a delegate or as a visitor, you can come and see any one of the team, us together or separately, offering face-to-face training. We also try and get to as many regional conferences as well. We have, in the run-up to the general election last year, provided candidate training and also training in our target seats as well, but also then with our trainee organisers as well. And so what we'd like to try and do is to make sure that we offer, we are only a small team, there's only 4 of us, as I mentioned, but trying to offer as much training as we can in local areas as well, working with your regional and national offices, put on more face-to-face training. But when you are looking towards putting a session in, make sure that it's like, we want it to make sure it's cost effective. There's no point in getting a room and getting people together and getting us down there, and there's only 4 or 5 people who might attend as well. We want to make sure that's accessible to as many people as possible. Also, that there's good internet access as well, just in case we're trying to use some of the technology platforms as well. And also that we've got the right people in front of us. So it could be something that's for role holders or something about door knocking for the wider membership as well, us having better conversations, better listening and effective conversations on every doorstep as well. So please think about it now, think about it over the coming weeks. If you think that you would like to for us to try and organise some training and get in touch with your regional officers and make that communication now as well. Yeah,
so following on from what Paul's just said, obviously, this is a very difficult time, but we know that a lot of members have been in touch and they want to, use this time both for their ability to kind of have something to do at home, but also thinking ahead and planning ahead for those better times that we're all hoping for. So we're offering an expanded amount of e-learning. E-learning is basically online learning, and through our platform, which is called Achieve, and the link is there, achieve.labour.org.uk. You can access this anywhere basically on your PC, your tablet, or even your phone. And it means, it makes it very accessible to a lot of people. It's in addition to what we're doing in terms of webinars and face-to-face training, so it's nice to see people. But this does mean that we can reach those 580,000 members who all can access the training that we offer here. Please let us know in the chat if there's any areas of training that you'd particularly welcome at the moment, given that we're not campaigning. But there are campaign-related modules there, including planning the local campaigns, including skilling up first-time activists so that they understand how they can get involved and how it works when they go out on the doorstep. And those are things that maybe you can be encouraging people to do just to kind of keep them engaged in the Labour Party, thinking ahead. We are looking to have more information about becoming a candidate in the elections next year. So again, that's something that people can start thinking about doing when it's right for them, and it will keep them engaged and looking ahead to those elections. We've just added a new section for some role holders in the Labour Party. This isn't going to be something that we're going to offer all members because it's a bit too much, but for CLP chairs, secretaries and treasurers at the moment, and we'll be intending to roll this out to the wider CLP and branch officers. These are basically online message board communities. Our focus is on supporting training and sharing best practice and ideas that people can do, whether it's in general campaigns, and particularly now in terms of how CLPs are managing to support each other, support our members, work in their communities in the way that we can safely, and kind of carrying on with what Labour Party business is appropriate at the moment. It's a great place for people to share those ideas and find out more. So if you're not in one of those communities already because you're not in one of those roles, let us know if you'd like something similar for any roles that you are in, and if that's useful. If you are in one of those roles, please get on board, check things out, start discussions, ask us questions, and all of it is really helpful. All of this, should be said, is in line with the Social Media Policy Code of Conduct in the Labour Party rulebook. So, of course, we used to be safe spaces where members can share lots of great ideas.
So we're coming towards the end of the session now. As I said there, it'll be about half an hour or so. If you have got any other questions, please pop them on the chat now. It's been very quiet, but maybe that we've covered quite a lot of things as well. So what was at the beginning of the session, what we wanted to try and do was to give you that idea, just to see where things are. The range of training that's available, whether it's through Achieve, whether it's face-to-face, whether it's through webinars like this, or actually just reading a PDF about something. There's lots of information out there, and hopefully what we've done is signpost you to all of those different things as well. If you have got any other questions, you might just have missed your chance on today's session, but you can email us at training@labour.org.uk. We're all working from home as well, so we will be answering those questions. So if you do want to get in touch with us, please don't hesitate to do that. As I mentioned there, we're going to put together our future plans, our further webinars, not just during this time as well, but once we are back without sort of campaigning, we will have a program, an all year round program, supporting all of our members and campaigns coming up as well. We're going to do some specific webinars for newer members who might have just joined since the general election. We've got also future plans to do some role holder modules on Achieve, which is sort of role holder descriptions, Martin? What's the
Yes, if you're a new CLP secretary or you're thinking about standing for one in future, that's particularly aimed at you, but hopefully we'll also have some top tips for existing role holders too.
Yeah, and also then we're going to try and develop some resources for you to train members with as well once you get back into the regular pattern of CLP meetings, etc. as well. So we've got some of those ideas. If there's anything that you think that you would like to offer training on your members in the future, please get in touch with us and let us know what those might be as well. And that's in touch with us, training@labour.org.uk. Get in touch with the team. You can give them an email. As I said, there's a telephone number which is not being answered just at the moment, but you can email Campaign Technology or email our membership team as well. Also, just obviously when we do get back out there, we're campaigning as the legal queries, and if you want to get in touch with that team as well. So, from us, I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us this afternoon. Hopefully everyone is following all the advice from the government, staying in as much as they can as well. Thank you for everything that you are doing. Thanks for everything that you will do as well. And hopefully we'll see you on upcoming webinars over the next few weeks as well.
Thank you, everyone, and keep safe. Thank you.
Keep safe. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.